So you have some behemoth of a rifle there, don't you?
Yes, this is a 10-bore rifle, nominally 7.75 caliber, but I use a 7.60 ball in it. It was made by a fellow named Jim Gaffreau up in Fort Collins, Colorado, and it's an exact copy of a 1792 Joseph Manton British rifle, the kind that would have been sold to wealthy sportsmen who went down into Africa and down into India in the early years of the Raj.
Now, you've taken that rifle somewhere exotic, haven't you?
Yes, I've hunted with this rifle in Argentina, Africa, and Canada. In Argentina, I've shot a 400-pound boar, wild boar with it, and a very large water buffalo, and various other things. In Africa, I shot 2 or 3 animals, the nicest being the number 3 in the record book, kudu, near Port Elizabeth. The number 3 taken with muzzle loaders, but when they say muzzle loaders, they're also talking about people who have inline percussion cap driven guns. This is a traditional flintlock. I've made one change in that I put a peep sight on here for my old eyes. It's hard to line it up. The original sights were right here and I changed them out. Cool. Usually if I'm hunting thin-skinned animal, for example, I shot an elk in Colorado, a 5x6 elk in Colorado with this in November, I use 185 grains of 3F powder, and in that case the bullet went right through the elk. When I was hunting the buffalo, I used 200 grains of powder, and I'm going to use 200 now for chronograph purposes.
What's the weight of the ball on that?
It's about 660 grains, pure lead. So I'll put in my 185 grains of powder. And I think I'll use this one. Did I say 185? I'm putting in 200 grains of powder.
I wasn't going to say it back.
200 grains of triple F, 3F Swiss powder. I pour it all in there. Get a little on the top so it's always the same. So I put a wad over the powder. It just, it's not necessary, but it seems to give me better accuracy. And then I use a patched 760 ball. And I usually put it with the sprue up. Consistency is very important in this kind of shooting. Have a little gadget here.
That thing is huge.
That's a short starter. And if I were using regular patches, then I would cut it off right here. If I didn't have, I use pre-cut patches for hunting. It's very important not to get interrupted at this point and shoot.
Yes, it would be.
And I have a mark on this rod that shows me I have the proper load in there. I haven't forgotten the powder, the patch, or the ball.
All right, so priming now. You said you use standard 4F powder, or standard powder rather than 4F?
I use whatever I'm shooting because that's the powder that I'm going to be carrying. This has double set triggers. After I cock it, I pull the rear trigger and that sets the front trigger to a hair trigger. Okay, I set the trigger. Well, looks like it's dead center, huh?
Wow, that's a big hole.
Yeah.
Jeez.
This gun I can use, you always hit a saucer at 100 yards, which I consider good enough. And sometimes better, but almost always a saucer at 100 yards, which is enough for hunting.
That kind of moved you back.
Yeah, it does, sets me back.
Doppler's ready.
Jesus, that thing's got recoil.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Woo! That's why I bought a lead sled. Wow, I don't blame you.
You've become a religious person.
Woohoo!